Silver down to 28 US dollars is almost guaranteed. Now we'll also take a look at the price of gold. We'll do Bitcoin. We'll do some altcoin analysis there, heading to a little bit as well. Look, if you are watching this on the replay, use the time codes below to go to your favorite part. But if you're watching live, dudes, you get to enjoy every single thing we do here at Good Morning Stackers with me, Joe Main. But in the first 1 minute of the show, what you get to absolutely enjoy is the Synchronised Slurp. That's where you grab a tasty beverage. I grab my tasty beverage in the daddy mug today, and we slurp them synchronously together. Yes, it is the honor system. Wherever you are in the world, I don't care what you're doing, where you are you going to embarrass yourself? Even better. Do things that make you embarrassed, then you'll feel no more shame. Your ego will die with the Synchronised Slurp. Wow, that was a bit morbid. Let's synchronize them together, slurp them. Ready? In 3, 2, 1, slurp it, people. Ooh, extra long slurp. I'm Joe Main. I've been a stacker of precious metals, silver in particular, since 2010. Been a stacker of crypto since 2013. And I do this daily live show. Previous to doing the show, I'd built multiple YouTube channels from 0 to tens of thousands of subscribers for multiple businesses. That's actually what I do. When I don't do the show, I actually, you can send me an email. Do you have a business? Any kind of business anywhere around the world? I'll work with you. I'll work with anyone. Yeah. gmstackers@gmail.com. gmstackers@gmail.com. I've literally built multiple business brands through YouTube channels. I'm very good at doing it, and you've seen the proof. The proof is in the pudding. If you've seen my work at Bullion Now, yes, I was the guy behind the camera and sometimes in front of the camera. First employee, took that channel from 0 to 20,000 subscribers by the time I left. Videos with nearly 1 million views, and just really helped that place get to where it is, and all the other stuff that I've done. I work with multiple different clients. You know what to do, and of course, you know the show is brought to you by Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, Wealthstack, wealthstack.com. You'll hear a little bit more about them sometime in the show, but in the first few minutes before we talk about the stuff of the day, we always do the shout-outs. This is the most important thing. I think it's actually the most important part of GMS, Good Morning Stackers, talking to the GMS family, interacting with the gang, and I love the fact that you interact with everyone else at the same time. Pete Repeat is here, GMS. Neil is here, good old Neil, love Neil, love your work, Neil. One of the Osmium triplets is here. Living Animan's here, great to see you, bro. GMS, Pete and Neil. It would be nice. It would be nice if silver closed the year at $33.83 plus. Yep, but not looking promising after the nasty slam. Yeah, I do agree with that. We'll take a look at that again. Vanessa it is. G'day, Vanessa. Great to see you. Chris Phipps is back from PDX. PDX is the airport in Portland, Oregon. Is it 2025 there yet? No, not yet. We've got another day and a bit. We've got another day to go. It's the 30th today. Monday, December the 30th, 2024. GMS, another great day in Melbourne today. It is quite nice, actually. It's one of those not too hot, not too cold deals. Chris says, where can I buy silver for 28 US dollars an ounce? You can get spot deals. Yeah, you can definitely get spot deals. There must be some kind of, you could get junk silver for spot, for sure, I'd imagine, unless premiums have really gone, through the roof recently. But yeah, I've known you can get junk silver at spot. There'd be certain forums that you could buy, within maybe even your local general area, America at least, there'll be major US buy, swap, and sell forums. You can still get some deals for spot, I reckon. Morning, Joe, says Jason Ashworth. Morning, Jason. Good to see you. Global Sacrifice. Hello, Global Sacrifice. I think I've seen you on the show before. Hey, all. Good to see you, bro. We are going live out on X and on YouTube. I want you to, and I'll get some more shout-outs in, but please, as Sarah Carpenter would say, Sabrina Carpenter would say, oh man, I'm old. Let's see. Follow me on X, people, please. Can you do that? Almost 3,000 subscribers. I'd really love that. Oh, I got my blue check back. Oh, great. I have been, since 2009, I've had an X account, formerly Twitter. It was anonymous until just about a month ago, or maybe a few weeks, something like that, a month and a bit. I changed it from Anonymous. You could have doxed me within like probably 10 minutes really easily with a simple Google search. It would have been quite simple. But I then have gone personal. Real photo, real first, last name, and then just the other day I finally changed my handle as well. So it's Joe Main. If you'd like to follow me on X, which you really should, because you get a lot more stuff than just the 1 hour or so. Every day here, you can interact with everyone and all that jazz. Ooh, 5, okay. Let's see, it's Joe Main. So just search It's Joe Main right there. That's my username. And it was still available, which was lucky, because there's actually a few Joe Mains out there. There's actually quite a famous Joe Main US politician who I think might still be around. So I go live on there and all the other stuff. So follow me over there and yeah, hit the big red subscribe button to join the GMS family on YouTube. As well. Space Miner is here. Good to see you, Space Miner. Another third of the osmium triplets right here. G'day, Space Miner. Good evening, all. He says, Neil came up with a pun for you. The Wizard of Osmium. Neil is the Wizard of Osmium. I reckon he's heard that before. Chris Phipps says, actually, there's a dealer here, selling in the US, selling junk for 50 cents under spot. Nice. But spot here is 29, to 29.40, so not $28 yet. That's what we're talking about today. Mark, Florida, just got in the last second before I start the proper proceedings of the show. GMS, sorry I'm late. How dare you, sir? How dare you be late? That was a terrible accent, whatever that was. Let's talk about silver. Probably almost guaranteed to hit $28 US. Now we'll take a live look at the chart. We'll do gold, we'll do platinum, and we might even just go straight into the crypto stuff as well, because you get the best of both worlds here at GMS. Hit the big red subscribe button to join the GMS family. You get a warm and fuzzy feeling when you do. Here is silver on the daily time frame, priced in USD, $29.35 US cents for me. Now, this is why I say almost guaranteed. I'm not that type of person. I'm not your moon boy and I'm not your doom boy. Okay, I don't say 100% anything ever, because nothing's guaranteed. I'm very certain. Okay, and I've got to leave room up my sleeve to be wrong, or I could just be wrong. But it seems like it's going to head down to $28, at least the top end of the best buy zone, because we're still, and we've found resistance twice now, at your $29.80 US level. Why was I so specific? Why is it I just give you we'll do a little hindcasting. Not hindcasting, we'll look at history. Why was I so specific about $29.80? Not $30, not $29.50, $29.80, which was my new line in the sand, because of this peak right here, this spike right there back in April of this year happened right there. And I was like, interesting spike there. And we came to find it did act as a bit of support. It acted as support right here. So I think it was it was actually back here where I talked about this spike. And then we had it as a major resistance level, roughly. And then this spike was the one that really said to me, oh, okay, it's major level of support now. Okay, it's a line in the sand which we do not want to cross unless you want to see lower prices. Hey, if you want to see lower prices, you want it to cross and hold and break below and then find it as resistance, right? Support had that move up to 35, looking good. We're above the $31 must hold for hope line right there. Cool. Yep, looking great. And then back below 32.50. They were saying, okay, watch out for 31, but $29.80, that spike right there, that's the new line in the sand. You start closing days below that. That means probably lower prices are coming from there. Cool. We had a double bottom. What looked like to be a double bottom, spike to 29.80, spike to 29.80, but a failure to close below it. So there was still life in the market, and we were back over 31 all the way through here. Down through here, I was saying, yeah, I'm 80% sure we see lower prices from here. We were back over 31. I said, yeah, not yet. I'm still 80% sure we see the best buy zone hit, lower prices from here. We had this double bottom here at $29.80, started back above $31, careening up to $32.50, the final hurdle for new highs coming soon. Even up here, I said, we're not out of the woods just yet. I'm still actually 80% sure we see lower prices from here. Bang, okay? That doesn't mean anything. It's just good luck, okay? but now we've seen it as resistance. So very clear resistance here. Spike, failure to close. Spike, failure to close. Spike, failure to close. It was getting close, right? But then whenever the market closed, was it a couple of days ago? Failure once again. Failure, fast move to the downside. And I say almost guaranteed because I guess technically you could bounce about here. That's where you would want to see it bounce at. I won't pop it in, but around about here. See that right there? So that's what technically, what, $29.30? Yeah, you could bounce back up and have a quick fake out. I don't think it's going to do that. I think we're going to continue lower. That's my opinion on that. So almost guaranteed at this stage. And that is the best buy zone. Does that mean you wait to buy here? No, you dollar cost average, just do your thing. But if it gets into here and you're getting into the market for the first time, or you've got a lot of spare dry powder up your sleeve and you're like, I'm waiting for the right time, this is probably around about the right time. And you don't wait and buy all in one go. Okay, don't wait for $26. We could certainly get there. And don't blow it all on $28. Okay, you might want to consider, hey, we're in the belly of the best buy zone. We're here, I might get in here, and then I'll just dollar cost average in this area. Now, could we go lower? Of course we could. The max pain is on this trend line whenever it hits. If it ever does, I don't know. But after you have a breakout of a major trend line, for sure, I won't show. That goes back to the peak of 2011. Okay, so that's the peak of 2011. I'm not even gonna. It's not gonna come up for me. You son of a bitch. But this is the major trend line. Okay, is that the? We'll go back. Sorry, I'll do that. There you go. There it is, sunshine. Yeah, there's your 2011 peak. Okay, then through the peak in February of 2021 that formed that downtrend line, you had in this symmetrical triangle pattern here when we had the COVID low down here that formed that triangle, and then we finally broke out. What hadn't we done yet? We hadn't retested it. We had a play for it. Look here, breakout, didn't retest it technically. Okay, it stayed above the major Fibonacci level of around about $26. That's when I said, oh, we're above 26 and we're remaining above 26 for a while. 99% sure that we're in a bull market now. This is new bull market territory. Hey, a lot of people were calling it back here. I think you kind of more got lucky. They were calling, oh, the COVID low. We're now in a new bull market. Hey, you're totally right, but I needed to see this break and hold that $26 crucial level. So 99% sure we're in a bull market. I said, when we start closing above $31 on a monthly time frame, then I'll say we're 100% in a bull market. We are now 100% in a bull market. Even though we're below 31, we started closing months above 31, so that's a good sign. So this is just potentially the retest. That whole thing, the whole reason I was saying all this right then is because a move down to here in your $24-ish area, depends, because this is a trend line, it depends when it hits. That's not surprising. But that would be max pain where everyone's going, oh crap, I'm out of this game. We're done and dusted. We've broken through 26. It's all over. We've broken through this trend line. It's all over, people. You just, go away for a couple of years, come back later, and when we're at, $10. Okay, that's max pain. And what happens at max pain? All the whale investors go, max pain, really? Everyone's feeling very depressed about their precious metals? Fantastic, I'll snap all that up. That's where you would find a big spike in my humble non-financial advice opinion, but do not wait for that, okay? Here is the best buy zone, best risk to reward dollar cost averaging here. In here is your best way to go. Cool. And yes, confident that we see at least the top end at $28 hit. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. So you dollar cost average anyway. Okay. That is silver. Got to at least close above 31 for any hope again. Okay. We'll talk about that when it does and where the prices could go from there. That's silver. Pretty much, yeah. That's all you need to know. Got to close $32.50 for new highs coming soon. Just watch for your 28. It's coming, in my humble opinion. Gold. Okay, gold might be a little bit different. Gold's $26, $2,626. Can you imagine? $2,621 US dollars using the TradingView.com website. It's the weekly time frame. So I guess my pause to say that silver may not get down to 21 is if we start closing higher prices in gold, because in general, where gold goes, silver will follow. But look, I'm still, at this stage, I have to say 80% sure that we see lower prices from here. The only thing The positive thing I would say, which would make me wrong on that, is the fact that we are still above $2,605, the line in the sand, or lower we go. Okay, but we're just in this trading range, and gee, what do you know? This uptrend line from June of this year, going through these couple of points here, through there, clear support, right? Then it broke, and now it's acting as complete and utter resistance. Okay, spike, close below, spike above, close below. Didn't make it. Spike, closed just at it, and just like silver with that $29.80 thing, exact resistance. Okay, and then we're still heading down. This remains the line in the sand, so it's more indeterminate for me. For gold, we're just in a trading range. It's not making its decision yet, and it will do very, very soon. First couple of weeks of next year, it'll definitely have made its decision either way. Are we heading further up, or are we heading back down? My bias is to the downside. I could be completely wrong, as I said. So gold, if you want to see lower prices, you want to see this happen, close below, and then come back as resistance and do that. You do that, at least down to probably $2,500 bare minimum, I'd say. And if you don't want that to happen, you want this to close above imminently, please, and then have that as support, and then close above this major trend line right here. That's the mother of all trend lines that goes back to 1980, and then start doing that. Then that's really good. Okay, that's looking very positive for gold, but at the moment, my bias will remain to the downside until I'm proven otherwise. That's gold. Yeah. Platinum. What did I say? What did I tell you, people? What did I tell you? Platinum on the weekly time frame, USD, $922. I'll go back to the daily. I was talking about, and I've been confident because of gold and silver, I think they're going down further. Even though we had this move right here, we found support at $920. We constantly kept finding resistance at this uptrend line, and I'll show you on the daily time frame very clearly. Look at this, right? Spike, close below, failure to hold, fast move to the downside. This will be taken out this time, very likely. I don't think you're going to see the following. I don't think now you're going to see that. Hey, could absolutely fake out, but more likely you see something like, that, and just sort of bouncing along there, and then we do that. So that probably is the most likely scenario for me. You do you, and that's okay. But the top end of the best buy zone, $900. I'm more inclined to believe this time that we go into the belly of the best buy zone, because we've knocked on it a couple of times. Trapdoor probably opens this time, or it's more likely to. And then you're in the belly of the best buy zone for platinum. Watch out for $870 or $840 as your potential major support levels. Okay, and as you know, I will not get excited for my new subscribers, because I've got 1,115 subscribers now. Thank you very much for all the new ones. My final hurdle for platinum, precious metals, platinum, right? Final hurdle, $1,115. You start closing weeks and months above that level, then it's full bull. We're nowhere near that for platinum at the moment. I think we go down further. But it's a great opportunity. I really do believe that. Gold is going to probably $10,000 in the next 5-6 years. End of the decade, something like that. Your $8,000 to $10,000 US dollar mark. Okay, it's going to happen. I'm confident of that. Silver will be making new all-time highs. It'll get to triple digits within the next 5-6 years, something like that. I'm pretty certain by the end of the decade. Could I be wrong? Yes, but I think this is just the dip along the way. Okay, you've had breakouts and retests, particularly in silver. Okay, that beautiful breakout of that long-term downtrend line, and then just a retest of an area. Yeah, sure. What you could going back to silver, but something like this. Where, and then you find support at this uptrend line. That would be the perfect scenario for silver. Then a beautiful bounce, and then onwards and upwards you go. Cool. That's gold, silver, platinum. Gold-silver ratio. Ooh, she's climbing. Gold-silver ratio. This is measuring whether gold or silver is outperforming the other one. This is the gold to silver ratio. I'm going to show you the silver to gold ratio as well quickly, because I did see someone else show that on the internet somewhere, and it did make a really good case for silver when you flip it around. So I'll show you that in a second. This is gold to silver ratio. Cool. As this is going up, gold is outperforming silver. It's still currently, it's gold's time at the moment. It's still having its moment in the sun. However, I'll show you the flip side in just a second. Gold's final hurdle, if you start closing above 93.5, start closing, not spiking, but closing weeks and particularly closing months. Okay, you start closing, December. You close the year above here, then gold's like, it's going to keep going for the next, few months at least. All right, outperforming silver. What we want to see in silver on the gold to silver ratio is you want to see the price tank. Okay. And as I've been saying for a long time, we did have a test of it, but it was a faker below here, and here being the bottom end at 80.5. Below here confirms, for me, like 99.99% confirms silver's long-term dominance over gold. We're not there at the moment. We had a test, and it failed to hold. So then a fast move in the opposite direction. Gold's winning at the moment. But let me show you the silver to gold ratio. I think I have that here. Surely I do. There we go. This paints a better picture, apparently. Let me show you this. I'll take a look. There you go. Here's your silver to gold ratio. So now, because it's the flip side, this is painting a potential different picture. Okay, what you're seeing now is you're seeing the big support level, and we actually have had this drawn in previously. Okay, so you've got major support right here. So we are at a pretty low point in the silver to gold ratio. A lot of people believe that we will find support around about here and then flip up. At the moment, it's looking a little bearish. Okay, so it is looking like gold will continue to outperform for a little bit, but this is a major support area. Okay, if you start closing below this 0.0105 on this thing, you start closing below here, then silver will continue to underperform gold. But hey, let's get a bounce here. That would be lovely. And what you would want to see is, and we made a play for it here, and I think that's going to be when we spike down to that 80.5 level on the gold to silver ratio. But right here, you want to see that broken above and held above. Okay, you need to see that happen. And then onwards and upwards we go. That's good for silver. Okay, let's take a look at the long-term downtrend line on the silver to gold ratio. And that's right there. Okay, I'm not saying any of this is going to happen. I'm just saying that's what you want to see. And you want to see that move and then that. Okay, very, very good. Okay, for silver versus gold. But yeah, quite historic lows on the silver to gold ratio. So eventually it will spring back. But yeah, gold is winning the day at the moment. Let's see. Yeah, I've done all that stuff. Let's go back to some shout outs. Some more people in. Let's see. Leo says, and look, I don't disagree. Platinum will blow your mind in 2025. That's really quite possible, Leo. It's very possible indeed. Let's see. Space Miner on Platinum says, Platinum looking like we're on a soft carpet, but not far from the floorboards. Yes, not far from the low. Yeah, I think you're about right on that. Pete Repeat says, I don't care too much about price. Exactly. DCA all the way, dollar cost average, everything in my opinion will dump when the bubble pops, but PMs will rebound big time. That's what precious metals do. In the global financial crisis, the GFC of 2007, 2008, everything went down, but you saw gold and silver bounce back much better, and then that was right. It was very, very good for gold and silver, but everything went down in the panic. Yeah, I do agree with that. What is this? Space Miner. That gold peak looks like retirement to those who have been doing this for decades. Watch out for geriatric corrections. Living Animan says expect a 30% dump in stocks first quarter. Oh, you could be right. That could coincide with Bitcoin as well. We'll take a look at Bitcoin and altcoins as we always do now. Spaceman, no way we see 25 again? Question mark. Right? It's like that's the Star Wars Phantom Menace meme. That's the Anakin Skywalker and Padme and Princess Amidala. That one, right? It won't, right? Yeah, yeah, we really could see 25 again. You could, but 28 to 26 is the best buy zone. Living out a man, I put silver buying on hold after it went up. There's too many important things to buy than metal. Yeah, you've got a lot of other things to buy other than metal. Do you have your other stuff? Do you have your other ducks in a row? Do you have a provision of food if food gets hard to come by? Do you have a bit of, and it's not like full on like prepper, like out, got a shipping container buried in the back of nowhere and all that with your and all that stuff, right? But do you have a bit of spare food? Do you have a bit of spare water? Do you have a means to protect it? All that kind of stuff. Yeah, there are some more important things to buy other than just straight precious metals. 26.50, I'm getting nervous. I'm going to miss my opportunity. That's why the best buy zone from 28 to 26. Yep, and you should be dollar cost averaging anyway. I know I'm going backwards in the comments here, but let's see. I'll go a bit further. There we go, and then I'll start going further forward. We'll do some quick comments and then we'll get into other stuff. Let's see. But I was really counting on the $3,000 spot for gold. Seems I recall something from back in September. Me? Was I saying that? But I was really counting on the $3,000 spot for gold on the 30. No, I see what you're doing now. You know it now. Okay, what Mark Florida does, and I love him because Florida man, he's done it again. I give areas, and then he always goes, "You said this," but it's as a joke. I said we're looking peaky in gold ever since we got over that mother of all trend lines. Peaky in gold, anywhere up to around about the psychological value of $3,000 would be the area that we'd start to peak from. I said we were peaky from that sort of 26.50 area, and Mark Florida knows that. I see what you were doing. Let's see. Hey Joe, says Peter Axiom. G'day Peter Axiom. G'day. Can you have a quick look at Fantom? Oh, okay, yeah, I'll do Fantom today. Sure, that's the price request. Price has declined rapidly. So Fantom would be FTM, yeah? Thoughts? FTM's Fantom, right? I'm pretty sure it is. Pete repeat, I bought more buyback kangaroos. Love buyback Aussie coins. Absolutely. Could not agree with you more. Was tempted to buy 500 gram bar this year, but missed the buyback opportunity. That's life. Let's see. Living out a man, if it takes a bigger dump, it will springboard in short term. Yes, I do agree with that. We did that one. Pete Repeat says, I was late to the party. I still have plenty of catching up to do to reach my goals. Stacking since 2022. Brilliant, Pete. That's great. I love that commitment, Pete. Yeah, it wasn't all smooth sailing. I had to catch up soon after selling at a loss. Yeah, we have to do that sometimes for things. And getting burned in the crypto crash of 2018. So did I. I wish I hadn't been so silly to sell gold and silver at a loss. Every single one of us has made our mistakes, sometimes many more times than once. Yeah. Do we eventually learn from them? That's the big question. To buy crypto that took a loss on to, that's one reason I'm going back into crypto. Yeah, fair enough. Neil says, I have insider info on platinum. I'd like to know what that is. Hey, Neil, send me an email and tell me what that inside info is. Don't share it with everyone else here. Matt says, G'day, Matt. Crypto profits will be put back into precious metals at the end of 2025. Great to see you on the channel, Matt. And I do agree. That's why over the last couple of months, I have been moving a portion of my precious metals into the crypto market to ride that crypto wave for the exact same reason. I will be putting my crypto profits back into precious metals, and I will have upped my stack, my precious metal stack, by a decent percentage, in my opinion. It's about even right now with the thing going down, with the stuff going down. But yeah, I think we're nowhere near done in crypto at the moment. FTM Joe, yes, fantastic. All right, cool, good stuff. You know what, my wonderful people, it wouldn't be a GMS show before we're about to get to Bitcoin and altcoin. Quick altcoin analysis. We'll take a look at FTM as well. But dudes, If you're not buying from Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au, you've got rocks in your head, okay? If you're a precious metal stacker and you're in Australia, you have to buy from Perth Bullion Exchange. They have to be at least one of your regular precious metals dealers. Why? Well, you get free shipping when you buy over a certain amount. No other bullion business in Australia has ever dared to do it. None have even stepped up second to the plate, right? Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au is still the only one doing it. They started doing this in May when they launched the company. No one else has dared to do it. I guess they're waiting to see, I guess they're not going to last long, this business. Bull dust, they're going to be around for a very long time. Okay, Ricky at Perth Bullion Exchange is doing a stellar job, okay? Great range, great prices, okay, and free shipping when you buy over a certain amount. What is that amount? Purchase 20 or more items. Now, it's not 20 of one thing, okay? It's just 20 or more items in your shopping cart. You got 3 of this, 4 of that, 7 of that. As long as there's a culmination of 20 or more, instant free shipping. It doesn't matter where it's a bit of silver and a bit of gold and a bit of that. Nope, you could buy one of 20 things and you'll still instantly get free shipping when you have 20 or more items in your shopping cart. It's crazy, all right? perthbullionexchange.com.au. And for my crypto people, because I've got a lot of crypto watchers now, if you're an Australian crypto person and you hate precious metals, you've never thought about it, you think it's awful, blah, blah, blah. No, you still want to bookmark Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au. Why? Because there will come a time where you're going to want to put some of your some of your crypto winnings, at least a portion of that, into precious metals. Okay? Trust me when I tell you this. I've explained it before to do with the capital rotation from the stock market into the precious metals market. It's happened 3 times in the last 100 years. It's happening again eventually. It's going to happen probably next year, I'd say, is that. Bottoming in the precious metals market versus stock market. Stock markets probably have a bit of a decent crash next year. Precious metals will go up in response to that. Okay, you're going to see this big turnaround where in a few years' time, you'll be able to buy stocks for pennies on the dollar. Probably not pennies on the dollar, but for a lot cheaper. And you've also ridden that precious metals wave where it's going up against stock market. And as you know, the crypto market, once every 4 years, it has its peak. It's coming next year, okay? You really want to buy some precious metals and keep an eye on Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au. And hey, if you don't want to hold the physical precious metals, okay, that's fine. Don't do that. Go to Wealthstack, wealthstack.com. Buy gold for spot plus 1%. That's the premium. The premium never changes. If you buy $10 of gold, you don't get charged spot plus 30%. Or 40 or 50% or, whatever it would be to buy $10 of physical gold would be an incredibly huge percentage premium, okay? No, spot plus 1%. That's it, whether you buy $1 million of gold or $10 of gold. That's the minimum purchase, as far as I understand. It's a phone app. Download it for your iPhone or Android, okay? Here's what it looks like. And this is great this is great for you, or it's great for your normie friends and family who you're trying to wake up to get into precious metals, right? David Ski, the CEO, did an interview with David Ski on the channel a few months ago. Here's what it looks like. Download on the App Store. Wealthstack, one word. There's your purple, beautiful logo right there. Here's the UI, the user interface. It is fantastic. Very easy to use. What is coming for Wealthstack? It's a brand new company. Been around for a little bit, but they reached out to me because they wanted to get the trust of the precious metals community first. Makes sense. I was very impressed with that when they said, well, you're a stacker, Joe. We want to get into the stacking community first because if we get their trust, then they might buy from us, but they'll also tell everyone else, their friends and family and whatnot. So what's coming? Silver is coming. You'll be able to buy silver. You'll be able to use a debit card. Okay, that's coming as well. A few months' time, they're a new company, but that's what they're promising. And physical redemptions as well is coming too. Go to Wealthstack, wealthstack.com, read the frequently asked questions. So wealthstack.com, bottom left-hand corner, read the frequently asked questions, and you will be highly impressed, as I am. Happy to put my name behind it. That's Wealthstack, wealthstack.com. Let's do Bitcoin, altcoin analysis. We'll also take a chart request too. I think we're going to look at Fantom today. Someone's gotten that in. Crypto, a bit down today, a bit down. Okay, we have been talking about those key levels and it looks like we may be breaking them. So let's take a look at Bitcoin. Oh yeah, we've broken it, I think. Did we just break it? We may have. Give me 1 second. What's my stuff doing? Oh yeah, okay, cool. Let me show you the Bitcoin price. let me get here and share the screen. Share the screen, brah. Here we go. Bitcoin on the daily time frame priced in US dollars. And let me get my, oh, come on. There's my volume. Where's my indicators? You son of a bitch. Anyway, oh, that's why it did it to me last time, you prick. There we go, right there. There's your relative strength index. Here is Bitcoin on the daily time frame, 92,874 US dollars. It looks like we're very likely going to break it. This is the level going through the previous all-time highs back in 2021 that formed this uptrend line. This uptrend line acted as support for a good period of time. We said we needed to hold above it. We had this spike. Look at this on the weekly. We had that spike to $100,000 in the last week, and then it just screwed us over. But, you know, that's life. We did say, yeah, this has to remain as support. If it doesn't remain as support, where are we going next? Very likely down into the at least mid-80s, okay? At this stage, now technically we haven't broken it yet. Hey, you could have a complete fake out right here, sure. Balance of probability probably means we do break it, and probably down to at least the mid-80s right here. It's got that bottom right here. This is a little spike here on the daily time frame. That's at $85,100. Call it $85,000, right? Mid-80s. 83,000, 84, 85, whatever. At least down to there. What you would want to see is that hold as support. Yes, please, and then back up. And that would be great. Can we have that as a little fake out? That would be marvelous. If not, and that if the mid-80s is broken, then you are probably going to test. It'll start, this is where it will start scaring people a lot. It'll come back down to the $72,000, $73,000, $74,000 area. Right about there is your $74,000 area. That's that crudely drawn in line. You know what? Let me pop that in like proper. How about I do that? I'll do it as a trend line. Cool. Right there. Yeah, close enough for jazz. That's right about there at 74,000 US dollars, roughly. That's what you really prefer to see. And I have been talking about max pain. That'll scare the ever-loving crap out of everyone. And you'll find a lot of people selling below here. If we even get a sniff of below this level of about $74,000, $73,000, you start closing below there, that'll scare a lot of people out and they'll start selling. What that can then do, thank you, is then create a bit of a cascade of people selling, also longs getting liquidated, and that could take it down to max pain of 67,000 US dollars. That's matching this support level right here, okay? That's uber max pain, where typically you will get to max pain and then you have a quick move back up. Okay, I'm not saying it's going to $67,000. I'm not even saying it's going to $74,000. Those are the major levels you have to watch out for. At least watch out for 85. Yeah, this wouldn't surprise me though at $74,000. That would send alts quite a bit down. I'm actually back in alts. So I'm actually writing it down at the moment. I'm not selling out. No, that's fine. I'm like the Wolf of Wall Street guy. I'm not selling. I'm not selling. Yeah, I'm happy to write that down because I don't think Bitcoin's done at all. I think this is a breakout, potential retest, and then onwards and upwards in 2025. Okay, for a peak in the crypto bull market in 2025 sometime, whether that's end of March, whether that's, you know, towards the end of the year as well, that could certainly be. I would actually suggest if we do have a larger move, this move down in, you know, down to here-ish, that probably sets it up for the tail end of 2025 to be the peak rather than the first quarter. Okay, if we have that move, if we actually find support here and then we start creeping back up, that actually gives credence to sort of end of Q1 as being a potential peak. So that might be a real positive because then you might have a lot more time to accumulate before the peak in next year, which it absolutely will happen. So that's Bitcoin. Those looking like it's going to break here. So preferably, please, just for my bags, mid-80s would be nice, and then onwards and upwards would we go. A couple of things I am in Doge at the moment. I'm back in Doge. We are looking at Looks like we're going to break it. Okay, so key Fibonacci at 31.5 US cents. Thing is, though, I liked this spike, and this is what was giving me pause to say that that might be the bottom. Okay, yeah, but on the relative strength index, yeah, we're ticking over at the moment. You've got a lot of room to move down into extremely undervalued, extremely oversold on the daily time frame. That could take it down to your line in the sand. I don't want to see 22 cents crossed, please. And 17 cents is your max pain where everyone freaks the hell out. And that's when, you know, the whales go, thank you very much, I'll take your depression, right? I just felt like this spike here, that was it, because it was a really nice spike. But yeah, you could do that. If I'd have to give a trend line, what would I say? That's probably already done and dusted, actually. Let's have a look. Is that one there? Does that coincide? No. I would say maybe here. Okay, look, just out of interest, watch out for that. Let me do that. Watch out for that being broken. Okay, yeah. If that could hold, you never know, that could hold, and that's a fake out, and they go, sucked in, bro. But yeah, if you break that trend line, yeah, downwards we go to probably at least 22 cents. I'd say that is Doge, but you know, positive for Doge over the longer term. We're going to $1 in this next run. At least $1 Doge is the biggest meme ever. Okay, Doge has been around for a very long time. Doge to $1, Doge to $1. Okay, it's probably going to $1 at least one day. It'll probably be next year. That's Doge. What else? GRT. Okay, yeah, moving down. There's your 20-cent line in the sand mark, which I didn't want to cross. If you do cross that, then look at this line right here. I really don't want that to cross there. Okay, you've still got room to move down. We've been extremely overvalued on the daily time frame, and yeah, you've got room to move down. Okay, that's GRT. Ondo, which is in the real world asset space. Again, moving down. At some point, it will find a bottom. Where I just don't know. Let's do a trend line quickly. What's this? Does that make sense? Maybe. Let's go with that. Yeah, something like that would be where you wouldn't want to cross. About there. That's at about your 80-cent mark. That kind of lines up with here. If you're in Ondo, I'm just going to do a quick little pass through of my current holdings. Yeah, look at that. 80 cents support, 80 cents resistance. That's where you don't want to cross. So that's your line in the sand at around about 80 cents. Roughly 80 cents line in sand for Ondo. Okay, right there. Don't cross there. Okay, please. Thanks. Ondo Render. Render is heading down. Looks like we're breaking the downtrend line again. We had a play for it. Not great. We had a play. This is the spike. I liked the spike. We held above, was looking good, and then no. So we've actually broken this downtrend line now. That's not good. Okay, so at least watch out for, I would say $5.90 is your next. That's your line in the sand right there. $5.90. You really don't want to cross below there. $5.90. Now, this might be boring to you right now because you're like, I'm not in render. Why would I give a shit? But these could be areas which you look at for signs of a potential bottom, and you may look at getting into these if you're bullish on these, but you hadn't been in them yet, and you're waiting for a dip. So watch out for there. See that move down to there? Gee, what do you know? That's a key Fibonacci level, $5.90, $5.85, $5.90. Right there, support, and then fail to hold, act as resistance. Yeah, that's the line you don't want to cross, $5.90. Yeah. Otherwise, otherwise, what are we looking at? Any major trend lines that we can do? Like really big ones? As my voice cracks. Would you like fries with that, sir? Yeah, there. Okay. You don't want that to cross. At wherever that is, call it no lower than $5. Yeah, you close below $5. Good night. Total bear market for render, I would say. So yeah, don't close $5.15, $5.20. But yeah, let's just hold $5.90. Thanks. I won't do anything else. XRP very quickly because we have been talking about it. It has now crossed below the $2.10 mark. Although, sorry, I know it gets a bit. Okay, we're holding it as support. $2.08 is technically the line, but if everything else is going down, biases to the downside. Watch out for the best buy zone. The best buy zone for me for XRP, not that I'm in it, not that I might get back into it, but it's anywhere between $1.3070 and $1.33. So let me move that out the way. $1.70 to $1.33 is the best buy zone. Watching out for a spike down to the downtrend line, just like that's the max pain. Spike, and that's at around about your dollar kind of area. Line in the sand though for absolute bear market. If we break 87 US cents, no good. Okay, that's a change of market structure, and then we're back down to wherever the hell we could go down to. Now you've got a huge move from $2 something down to 87. We're not getting down to there. Okay, we are already halfway on the relative strength index on the daily time frame. Okay, yeah, you can get further down into here. I don't think that takes you down to 87, but just watch out for it. Okay, you don't want it to crack below there. But this is just a little blip along the way, in my opinion. Okay, let's get Fantom up, and then we'll do a quick little thing. So FTM, I surely have FTM already, but perpetual contract, no. FTM, Fantom, Tether, we'll do the Binance price. Is that the one that's the best? Let's see, do I have FTM previously? No, well, I had it previously, but I got out of it, so I'm not in it right now. Let's see, FTM, I'll do a proper, that's on there we go, logarithmic chart, Joe, would be much better idea. That goes back to June of 2019. Give me 1 second, I just want to see if we have a better one. I'm going to do that. Fantom, KuCoin. I'll check KuCoin. I'll check one of the other ones like MEXC or CoinEx because they tend to list them. And you got Bitstamp price. So let me check Bitstamp. I'll check all of them and the Gemini. All right, I'm going to check a whole bunch. Where does this go back to? No, that's invalid. Where does this go back to? That is 2022. No, thank you. Where does this go back to? That goes back to 2021. Definitely not. This goes back to June of 2019. That's a possible. And this goes back to March of 2021. KuCoin, no. And this one goes back to June of 2019. So that's the Binance price and the MEXC price. So I'm going to take the Binance one because it's a larger exchange. It has more liquidity. All right, people, let's do it. Ready, set, go. Let's take a look at Fantom, FTM. This is the crypto of the day. I'm not going to do a deep dive into what it is and all that kind of stuff. I'm just looking at it from a technical perspective. If you are an FTM fanboy, congratulations. I mean that as a compliment. It's not a derogatory term. Good on you. I'm a fanboy for my cryptos. If you have anything you want to share in terms of its fundamentals, post a comment below in the replies on X, on the comments on YouTube, and just let us know politely, hey, thanks for the price analysis. However, have you considered X, Y, Z, the market cap of this and all that kind of stuff? I'm looking at it purely from the technicals. I'm going to give my very first proper look at it. I was in FTM before, but I'm doing a sort of a relook at it. I'll do simple technical analysis, and I'll give you my personal, if I were getting into it, which I might, my take profit targets. Okay, this is FTM using the Binance exchange. Price in USD, 77 US cents. At the moment, this is the chart that has the most historical, it's the most historical chart that I can find. It goes back to June of 2019. So when it opened on Binance, it was at around about 4-5 cents. We then had a low in, what do you know, March of 2020. What was going on there? Of around about, about was 0.001, 0.002 of a cent. Okay, we had the huge move in the peak of 2021 at $3.30. The XRP high right there. Okay, double top, and then of course the peak there, and now we've had this support level, very clear support level at around about 17-18 cents. Since then, a move back up to about $1.45, and now that's a decent move, about 100% move in very not long at all, in just a couple of weeks. Okay, so let's take a look. What I'm going to do is use Fibonacci, simple lines of support and resistance, maybe some trend lines, and I'll look at the relative strength index for the general direction. as well. I'll start with the Fibonacci. I like to do that because I like to see if there's any areas of major confluence. And I'm going to take it from a really old high and a really old low just to see if it could predict, and look, it's hindcasting, hindsight's 2020, but can see if there's any levels of confluence with Fibonacci extensions. Did it predict some highs? So let's have a look. I'm going to take it from the high here, the opening of Binance, because this is one of the major exchanges. Most people would be probably looking at this one, and the low here in March of 2020. I'll just see if there's any levels of confluence. If there isn't, I'll use a different level. Okay, let me just do that and that. This could not come up. Wow, hello. There you go. Done. I didn't even need to look. Can you see all that? Can you see that? I don't even need to look at anything else. Okay, I don't need to check. That's some good Fibonacci right there. Holy shit, look at that. Cool. All right. This is very deep. There's a lot of lines here. Okay. Okay. I might even take this from a separate area and see if there's levels of confluence as well. But look at this. Okay. From this old high of 4 or 5 cents to this old low in the COVID low, look at how this is mapped out. You can see that's just the previous all-time high right there. So that's obviously, but look, where did we spike down to after we had this kind of like a double top? Down to here at the 0.236 at around about 1.2 cents. We then had this huge move from after we broke here. Let's go into the daily time frame. Let's take a little bit of a price history lesson. We had that move, okay, found some support at 2.4 cents, okay, right there. There's your 1.2, there's acting as resistance on the daily time frame. Again, there's some support right there at the 3 cent mark. Then the huge, just massive move, okay, until we found some kind of resistance at this Fibonacci level here, support there, failure to hold, fast move to the downside. Where did we find support? Right here. Even look at this on this spike, right? That's a spike down, and we closed at this Fibonacci. That is the 4.236. I will probably do another different high and low in the Fibonacci, but I just want to show you this. It's so bloody interesting. Then we had the move above the dollar mark, okay, and then where did we top out in? At $3. Technically, we topped out on the Binance exchange at $3.4842, and that's the 75.99. Okay, Fibonacci level. It was a key Fibonacci, right? Look at the Fibonacci line, $3.30, $3.40 something, right there. Okay, where did we find support? Right there, support, then breaking through. A level of support around about there. Cool, interesting that. Failure to hold, support level there, resistance there, cluster of support there. Look at this, it just tracks really, really well. So I'm going to say I think that might still be in play as far as I'm concerned. That's pretty good. So I'm just going to get rid of that for a second, and I'll just do a quick another one. I've got to say that's pretty darn good. Let me take from a different area, and we'll see if there's areas of confluence. We're going to take it from, I'll just quickly check something here. Give me a minute. Does that coincide? Yeah, kinda. Yeah, it actually does. Isn't that interesting? So now that coincides as well, right? Look at that. That high, that low, bang on, okay? So you could actually take it from this old high, this old low. We could do it from this one. This old high, this old low, area of resistance. Oh, okay. This might actually be the better place to do it because you've got that clear level of resistance right there at the 1.618. Okay, I'm going to use maybe both. Let me see if I do this. Sorry, gang, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to do that. Live stuff, that's one. And I'll put that one over the top. No, that's way too confusing. I'm going to use this one probably as your, yeah. You can see how confluent that was, okay? But I might use this one because it's just as good. There's more room to move higher with all the levels and stuff, okay? So I'll maybe stick with that. Cool, so that's what we're looking at. So we are below the previous all-time high here. So we're below that level. So look, it's looking a little bearish. Everything's looking a little bearish at the moment. for crypto. Again, I think it's just short term. So let's take a look at what the major levels we would need to hold are. So for me, we'll do, I guess, simple support and resistance. You preferably don't want to close, well, definitely don't close below here. I would actually say, I would start getting concerned if we start closing below, I'm going to say here at your 45-cent mark. That looks about right to me. So let me pop that in. I would start getting concerned here. I'll call that the line in the sand. So I'm going to say 45-cent line in sand. Now, who the hell am I? I'm just some dude. I'm not even in FTM at the moment. If you're watching this as an FTM long-term holder, I could be completely wrong. You tell me if I'm wrong politely and tell me why, give me reasons, all that kind of stuff. But for me, that's the line in the sand. If we start closing below there, then yeah, max pain would probably be here. So let me, line in the sand I don't want to cross is 45 cents, and max pain, which would really start to freak everyone out, is at 34 cents. 34 cents max pain. A lot of the time you can get to max pain because crypto likes to shake you out and scare the ever-loving shit out of you. So then if that's a possibility, okay? 34-cent max pain, but then you start closing below 34, kind of like game over there. So that's your, I'm almost tempted to call that the line in the sand, but I'm going to call it there. That's where you would start getting quite cautious. And you go, ooh, we're below 45? Not great. Then you'd start panicking. Many people would start panicking and going, oh crap, it's down to 34. I'm out of this game, right? I'm out of crypto. I'm done. And that's when it can fake you out and go, do this thing. It goes, haha, psh, sucked in, right? But you start closing below 34. Yeah, that's not good. Okay, that means yeah. And then you start doing that, then we're talking even lower. Okay, don't close 34 US cents, preferably hold above 45. That's the sort of keep our heartbeats in check, right? That's your 45. That's where I would consider if we do continue down for a little bit in crypto, particularly in the alts, if Bitcoin is going down to like your mid 80s or your mid 70s thousands, that can easily take FTM and other crypto down there. That would be a decent risk to reward area. So that's what I'll do actually. I'll call it my best buy zone. There we go. Now, if you're dollar cost averaging, just dollar cost averaging into your favorite crypto, it's the best way to do it. But if I were looking to get into FTM and I was waiting for the perfect opportunity, dollar cost average is your best way to go again. But I'd say I'm gonna abbreviate it. I'm gonna call it. So this is 45 to 34 cents equals best buy zone. I was going to call it the BBZ, but best buy zone. Okay, yeah, that's your best buy zone for FTM right there. Should you be waiting for that? No. You get down into here, man, that's a good area to be loading up. You'd be wanting to be cautious, okay? Don't load up everything. Don't put all your investments into one thing. Don't put in more than you're willing to lose. Because, yeah, you could see the bum fall out of this thing. But I think crypto is just in a bit of a dip, and 2025 is looking good. Definitely your best buy zone here, 45 down to 34 US cents. But, again, dollar cost average, because you could find the next major area that, I don't want to cross, but you call it here. See that previous spike right there? So that's, what would I call that? That's 63 cents. 63 cents, what we can call that is start concerning. I'll say concerning. Cool. 63 breakthrough there. That's concerning. That would say potentially down to the best buy zone. Cool. That's FTM on the downside. Definitely that best buy zone at 45 to 34 US cents. Let's talk about the upside now. If we get down to here and we start creeping back up, or when we do, what are the levels I need to look out for in order for me to be confident that new all-time highs are coming? I probably will actually. Let me get rid of this Fibonacci and I'll take it from, no, Joe, not that one. I'll get rid of that and I'll take it now from the all-time high and the low. Let's see if there's any confluence with that one. So all-time high, $3.48, I think it is, and the current bottom. And let's see if there's any right there. Okay, so now this is probably for me. Yeah, okay. This for me is now your grail. This is your holy grail for FTM for higher prices coming, okay? You can see how all three Fibonacci levels that I've popped in, again, from this old high and this old low, it was a very confluent with price action. This high and this low, very confluent with price action. Now we're looking further into the future. This high and this low, you can already see, where did we find an area of resistance? We found it at the 0.382, right there. Where did we find an area of, where does it match up with areas of support? On the 0.236, right there. We had a spike that was a failure to hold the 0.236 level. Oftentimes when a failed move is a fast move in the opposite direction. We found resistance, bang, right there. So this is your, I'm going to call this the getting interested line. Okay, I will start getting interested in FTM again if we start getting back over 95 US cents. 95 cents, getting interested. Okay, this is just me. This is if I want to get, if I was wanting to be conservative, and if I was thinking about it this way, if I was not sure, now I am sure, but I'm playing the devil's advocate here. If I wasn't sure, almost sure, that crypto would be going through a larger run in 2025, and I was only looking for the prices to confirm that higher prices might be coming, I personally wouldn't be getting into FTM until I closed back over 95 US cents. That would be my getting interested line. Okay, right there. Now, because I'm almost confident that crypto, can't say 100%, but almost confident that crypto will have a bigger run in 2025, I'd be happy to, get down here to the best buy zone and start purchasing there. That would be okay for me. But if I was on the flip side, I'm like, yeah, I don't even know if crypto is going to go through a full run. If I was trying to be conservative, I'm telling this to you, if you're getting into crypto for the first time and you really want to be sure, it's like, I could buy down here, but the ask could fall out of it, right? I'd be waiting for confirmation that we're above certain levels. I'd be waiting for 95 US cents. That's for me, right? And potentially for you if you're really a really cautious person and you don't want to take the risk down here, right? So you start seeing it close, brush tool. You start seeing it close back above 95 US dollars, very key area of resistance. And gee, what do you know? It happens to coincide exactly with the 0.236. So that's right there. Then that's really good. Okay, so it says, oh, okay, I think we're back in. Okay, the market's going up again. You start closing above 95 US cents. That's good. The getting excited line, right? So I'd be getting interested in it. If you want to be extra cautious, then just wait for here. Okay, that's my getting excited line for FTM. Now, having said all this, you're missing a lot of action to the downside. Okay, the vast majority of the wealth in crypto and wealth in investments is when you're buying the lows because you're taking that risk. But if you don't want to take that risk and you're happy to, wait for higher prices, then that's at $1.45. That's my getting excited level. Okay, if you want to be cautious and just make smaller gains but still make gains. Okay, $1.45 is my getting excited line. That's where I say, oh, okay, we're back over $1.45. Oh, look, onwards and upwards we go. Okay, and my final hurdle for new all-time highs coming soon. So new all-time highs are imminent. As you know, I do put it at the right here at the 0.786 level. So I'm going to call that for me. That's right here at $2.70. It's really ultra conservative. I understand that. Okay, I understand it, but sometimes it can fake you out. So $2, was that $2.70? Final hurdle to clear over new all-time highs imminent. Okay. Whatever, man. Imminent. Cool. That's $2.70. I know that, again, that's really conservative. Okay. Some people are buying down here. You're willing to take that risk. So let's do some take profit targets later on down the track, some highs. Okay, so I would be looking at, if we break the all-time high, where could we go up to? Now, this is where, again, the FTM fanboys may go, man, you're way too conservative. We're going to $100 FTM. Hey, you could be right, man, and I hope you are. But I'm going to stick with me, because I can only talk about me. My major area is here at somewhere between Gee, where are we at now? We're at 70 cents. We could go down to 40 cents. Yeah, no, I'm going to call it here at, this is major profit taking, by the way, and I'm not saying it's getting here. This is the major profit taking area at around about $8.70 to 14 US dollars. That's my major profit taking area. And you would want to be taking profits along the way. So $8.70 to $14. $8.70 to $14. Major profit taking. Okay, now let me just do some scenarios, and all of this could not happen at all. Okay, but let me give you an example of, some conservative kind of thinking here. If you, and this is the lesson for everyone, let's say we do get down to the best buy zone. Let's say we hit 45 US cents and you get in, or let's say your average buy-in cost is 45 US cents. Damn, good luck to you. That is fantastic, right? Let's say you want to be conservative. You want to take some profits along the way. Let's say, again, your average is down here at 45 US cents. You probably had a lot of time to get in here at 45 US cents, okay? Let's say it's here. Again, spitballing. We'll do it if it's higher as well, okay? Let's say 45 US cents is your average, and you get up to the getting excited line. That's a 200% move. Okay, let me do it. Let me call it another way. Your getting interested line is 100% move. If you're dollar cost averaging, if you're buying down here and your average is 45 US cents and you get to the getting interested line, you're a double. Are you telling me you're not going to sell half of your thing on double? You're not going to recoup your initial investment and then free ride the rest? Of course you do. That's what you should do. We don't all do that. Perfect world and all that sort of stuff. But imagine waiting until the getting excited line, because you don't know. You don't know yet. Okay, so maybe you take some profits along the way. You take some profits here at the 200% mark at $1.45. Or if you want to be a little bit more risky, you go, you know what, I got in down here. I don't know if we're going to make a new all-time high, but we've gotten up to $2.70, the final hurdle. I better take a few profits off the table because I've increased my position by nearly 500%. Are you telling me in a 500% move you won't take any profits between here and here? Of course you will. So again, we're just spitballing here, but I would say TP1, I'm going to say at least TP1 would be here at $1.45. Okay, give me a sec. I have to. Yeah, I'm going to make TP1 right here at $2.70. Okay, so I'm going to put it there. TP1 is at $2.70. Now this is going to be a lot of people, unless you bought at the absolute top at $3.30. Maybe you've been holding for a while. Maybe you've been buying anywhere down here. Let's even do that. Okay, let's just say you've been buying at around about your dollar mark or $1.45 mark. Let's do some profit taking, right? Let's say you're around about $1. Okay, are you telling me you get to the $2.70 mark where you've made a 170% move and you're not going to take a little bit off the table, again, your initial investment, and then free ride the rest? I think you should. So I'm going to say TP1 is at your final hurdle, okay, of $2.70. I would say definitely a TP2 is at your 1.618 from this high and this low, and that's right here at $5.50. Okay, that's your TP2. And again, the fanboys might be going, "You're mental, bro. It's never going there again, or it's going way higher than that because of these fundamentals." Yep, you could be right. Leave a comment below and politely tell me why. TP2 at $5.50. That's your 1.618 Fibonacci, and then you got your major profit taking here at $8.70 to $14 in a huge crypto bull run. Don't forget, how far is that from prices right now? That's a 10 times from here, understand, okay? If we get down to 45 cents, right? If we get a little bit of a dip in the crypto market, we get to the best buy zone, that's 1,800% from here. That's not necessarily guaranteed even in a big crypto bull run, okay? Again, if you're down here, you want to take some profits along the way, so please do that. But this will be the major profit-taking area, $8.70 to 14 US dollars, where I personally would be like, oh man, we are pretty peaky in FTM. I'll probably get rid of almost all my bag. I'd probably keep 10 to 20%. just to be safe in case you don't sell out completely of your bags. You never know, because, you know, it could go hog wild for some random reason. Yeah, that is FTM. So let me quickly, it's very detailed here. And I'll get rid of the Fibonacci just so you can see it a little bit better. Let me get rid of, yep, I'll get rid of that. Here is my, here are my levels for FTM. My best buy zone is right here between 45 to 34 US cents. Should you wait for there? Probably not. Dollar cost average is the best way to go. But down in here, best buy zone, get concerned. Max pain, if you close below 34 US cents, yeah, no, bear market for FTM. It's probably all over for a good period of time. Okay, so that's your best buy zone. Preferably, let's hold 63 US cents. I'm starting to get concerned if we break below there. But yeah, look down to the 45. That's cool. You know, par for course. I'd be getting interested about FTM if we start closing above 95 US cents. I'm getting really excited for FTM when we close above this resistance. That's obvious, right? That's at $1.45. My first take profit target would be before the previous all-time high, because you never know, you could double top. If we go down to here, again, if we come down to here, and then this starts the new crypto bull run in 2025, and we get up to here, and you're already at a 500% move, you've 5 times. You're telling me you won't take any profits there? So that's your take profit 1. What percentage of profits you take is up to you. You would at least want to recoup your initial investment. Whatever percentage that works out for you, I don't know, because I don't know what your average buying cost was. That's your TP1 at $2.70, just to be safe, okay? Your next take profit target, if we make new all-time highs in FTM, is right here at $5.50, and your final major profit-taking area, leaving some in the bag for just in case, you know, for the Moon Boys, is $8.7214 US dollars for FTM. That's my quick analysis, first look analysis, but we will see some lower prices coming because crypto's heading a little bit more down. That's FTM. Do you agree? Post a comment below. Do you disagree? Particularly post a comment below. Leave a polite comment saying, man, you are wrong, but here are the reasons why. X, Y, Z, fundamentals, this, that, and the other. You tell me, and we'll have a productive discussion. Let's get back in. Let's do some comments and get out of here, people. Let's see. That was a long one. We are at, oh, okay, cool. An hour and something. Let's see, people. Final comments and we'll get out of here. Things we do to catch up with GMS and Joe. I'm heading back to Melbourne in the back of the car from Sydney. Driving by my 2 big boys. There you go. Right. Excuse my ignorance, but do they make and sell 500-gram silver bars? Yes, they do. Silver, half a kilo silver bars do exist. Yep, I've seen 500-gram silver bars at ABC. Yeah, Bullion Now, I think, still do them. Fortuna do them. So Pamp do half kilo bars, but they're in the big, beautiful Fortuna minted with the plastic thing. But you pay a huge premium for them, though. But yes, they do. You can get sort of lower premium half kilo bars. Yes, you can. Yeah, I don't think so. I saw 15 ounces, but surely there are a few out there. There are. Perth Bullion Exchange have the 15 ounce, but not seen any dead set half kilo bars there. Yeah, I think if Ricky can get half kilo bars in, he probably would. Pete says, I became debt free for the first time in my life this year. Wow, that's really good. Being debt free is fantastic. I am not debt free at the moment. Let's see. Might see what BN has when they reopen. Hopefully some buybacks. Yes. Yeah, Joe, it's the losses that teach us to be careful and diligent. So hopefully we can win next time. Risk versus reward. Could not agree more, my friend. Final comments. Now, I will let you, 1,115 subscribers now. It takes me longer to get through the comments. If there's a comment you really need me to see, post it as a super chat. So why? Well, I'll get to see it. I'll get to read it out. If it's that important, I'll get to read it out, particularly if it's a chart request or anything like that, or it's something you really want me to read out, do it as a super chat. And also, I get super chats, and it helps me continue this show, okay? So it's good for everyone. It's a win-win situation. But yeah, it's really hard for me now to go through every single comment and respond to it because we're getting up there now. Apparently the shorts bet is huge in the millions of contracts. They are working hard to make silver closes the year as low as possible. Yeah, so they make their money. Yeah, lots of shorts in silver. We'll look into FTM, says Knackers. Yeah, look, a rising tide raises all ships, so crypto in general. So the way you're going to choose your crypto really is just make sure it's not going to rug and make sure it's not a scam. So don't get into too many new ones probably. That's unless you can guarantee it's coming from a dev that's always had a great track run, great history. But yeah, your majors, you get into your majors, your big meme coins, your Doge, your this, your that, and the other. If you're looking to get into crypto for the first time, BTC, Ethereum. Peter on FTM. If FTM gets to $8, I have no more concerns, my friend. Wow, very good. Take some profits along the way. That $5.50 area, that 1.618 Fibonacci from the high and the low, that looks pretty good at $5.50. That would be that's your take profit 2 target. You want to be, keep a bit up the bag for the major profit, but yeah, you want to take some decent profits at $5.50. Got to run. Really hope to get a great report from Miss Tony tomorrow. Yes, Chat Mum is not in here today. Let's see. I love Pamp Bars, says Living Adamant. So do I. Man, there's nothing. I've got to be, Perth Mint. I love the Perth Mint, but sorry, there's nothing like a Pamp 1 kilo cast silver bar. Just the shiny with the certificate and the thing and the serial number. Chef's kiss. I had a bunch of those. I don't have many of those at the moment. I hope you get debt-free ASAP. Me too. It's just a car loan. Car loan that's got a balloon payment later on down the track. Helps Joe's buff again. Help Joe's buff again? I don't know what that means. Am I buff? I am buff. Look at me. Oh, I'm so buff. That is it, people. Yeah. I'm going to get out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, that's been Good Morning Stackers, live on X and YouTube for Monday, the 30th of December, 2024. You will get another one tomorrow. We do it every single weekday. I probably will even go live on New Year's Day as well, because why the hell wouldn't I? It's not like I'm staying up till past midnight, because I'm a dad, man. I got sleep to have. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Grab your tasty beverages, because, of course, as you know, have I muted the thing? Yeah. We've got to dance it out, people. This has been Good Morning Stack. Oh, yeah, we're feeling fine. So daddy. Good Morning Stack. It's podcast time. Grab it.
Grab a tasty beverage. Let's get in the groove.
Let's do the
Synchronised Slurp.
3, 2,
now
1, slurp it.
Good morning, Stack.
Thanks for watching, people. Love your work. Stay safe, stay informed, keep stacking, and I'll see you all tomorrow morning. Have a good one.
Podcast.